This is Moonshine and Music with Joe Shelton. Wait a minute, that's me. Anyway, we're going to bring you some inspiring songwriters, musicians, and maybe some side challenges and other stuff around the music industry. So stick with us right now, because the show is coming your way. Woo! Moonshine and Music starts right now. Welcome to Moonshine and Music. We're here today with a brand new band called the Moonmen.
Oh yeah, that's
Where'd
us.
you guys? Yeah, we got at least two of you. I don't know where the third one went.
Wham!
Found them.
What's up, Joe Shelton? How you doing, baby?
Our good friend Seach Ramshackle, and we have Vinny Corso.
Corsaro. It's a hard name to pronounce.
Can't pronounce any names.
Yeah.
Believe me, if you've watched any of the episodes, you'll recognize that I butcher everybody's name. And Zane Turi. See, I didn't have to mispronounce the last name.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, it looks simple, but you know, sometimes I have struggles even with simple.
So you just released an album, man. Tell us about it.
All right. Yes, I released a new album, City of Trains.
Bam.
It's out there. Please go listen. Jeez, man, turning it into an interview about me? Is that
So
your,
tell
is
us
that
how
your game?
You ain't my mama.
What's your relationship like with the drums?
Jesus. If we're gonna get that deep, we're gonna be in trouble. So, how did you guys decide to? I mean, I know you guys have had other projects, and definitely this guy. He's got crazy projects going on. How'd you guys decide to get together and do this kind of thing?
Well, Zane and I we've been listening to a lot of a bunch of like jazz duos and trios. We were starting to make our own music, and we had a bunch of the rhythm stuff down. We were like, none of us can really solo because we don't have like a melodic soloer. I'm like all rhythm. And I've been in a project or two with Seach. We were in a Doors tribute band.
Yes, sir. Played one gig.
Played one gig, and it was really fun. And I had reached out to see if there were any guitar players that were interested. And Seach immediately texted me, and we had one rehearsal. Our first tryout with Seach, we played a song in 7/4, which is pretty tricky. We ended up playing that today. Seach came in with one of the coolest licks I've heard ever. He played like the first three notes. We're like, yeah, so you're in the band. And that's cool. Yeah, but we just wanted someone, we're all rhythm, and we're looking for someone that could just do a bunch of weird melodic solo stuff. And
he says they're all rhythm, but he shortchanges because they are some of the greatest rhythm/groove makers I've ever met. And they do the skeletons of the song, and I just kind of come in and listen and go, oh my God, that's some of the dopest, stuff. So
well, it is a different track than a lot of the groups that we come across here in the Midwest, and I think Moonmen's a really great name for the sound that you guys have. A lot of bands they just come up with a name. It doesn't really have a lot to do with necessarily what's coming out of their music.
Last time I was on your show, I said I just came back from space.
Is that what that was about?
Yeah.
We had a meeting up in out of orbit.
I
Low
see.
G.
It went well.
Because you are the Moonmen.
Yeah.
You were hinting, man. You were dropping little nuggets.
I'm like Stephen King, but better. Like Stephen King will write a book, and they'll be like, and they never saw Emily again, and Emily dies 5,000 pages later, and the whole book you're just. So I tried to shorten the foreshadowing.
So when did you guys start playing? We know Mr. Seach. He was
I was born
in a sledge, some kind of sledge.
I came out of my mom, and the doctor said, "Is that a six string?"
wait. Do you guys ride manatees also like him, or is there some other kind of?
I have a couple manatees as a pet, but I don't believe in riding them because that's cruel.
Make me the cruel one, Vinny.
But no, so
We started in high school.
yeah, started in high school. I started playing in 7th grade or so. We were actually in rival bands in high school.
Yeah.
Ooh, what were the names of the rival bands?
I was in a band. I was in a alt rock band called Freewheel,
It was in like we were in like a.
And you were in like a
It
kind
was
of
like
a
punk
funky,
alternative called Simple Static.
Yeah.
Simple
Really?
Static and
Oh,
Freewheel.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of a rivalry.
Both no
a
more.
Bit ago.
So
Yeah.
I have to back up here. Your band was called Free Wheel.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
So was this a mixture of Freebird and Wagon Wheel?
No, I
Because
didn't.
that sounds like
Honestly,
an unholy grouping.
I want to say it was one of those. I'm pretty sure we struggled to find a band name because the guitar player was very like picky and wanted,
the perfect name.
yeah, the perfect name, right? And we, I think we just
Aren't guitar
went with
players
one of
supposed to
those,
be picky?
Yeah.
Because they
Oh, look
use
at
a
you.
pick.
We went with one of
Oh.
those random name generators, and I think it was a combination of the two or something that didn't mean a whole
It's
lot
not.
of
It's not.
anything.
It's not bad. They're a worse name.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
world.
Freewheel's a good name.
Yeah.
Free
I think
will.
it was a album
Free
of
will.
some really famous album, so we had trouble with like copyright issues or something trying to get a
Don't
song.
look at me.
Anyway,
We hated each other. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
So Simple Static was the rival band. Were you
Yeah,
guys like
but-
beating each up over gigs for
Well,
like the high
we,
school
like,
more
prom? or-
contests, yeah.
We like were in like multiple different battles of the bands, and like we'd play shows together, and like we were always pretty good friends.
Yeah.
But we just, I don't know, they were like the other high school band that was actually kind of good.
So what schools
So,
did you
like,
guys go to? Was it here in Indianapolis
Yeah,
or
Cathedral. We were both Northsiders.
Cathedral? Huh?
Oh yeah, 56 and Emerson.
Fighting Irish.
Oh
Fighting
yeah, baby.
Irish, yeah.
But yeah,
I resent that.
Yeah, Park Tudor kid over here. Get out of here. Go back to Robertville.
So, did you start writing songs right away when you guys got to, started playing together, or was there, you did some other things?
So
What's
we were in a
we're
band.
looking for origin stories.
Yeah.
Sure, right? So
Well, the
we-
radioactive core was
when
critical.
we were on Jupiter. No. So we, Zane and I, we were in another band that played locally named Julia Khan and the New 45s, and we wrote songs, we did covers, did that whole thing, and we did that for like 4 years? We were like based out of Bloomington, played at
Yeah.
the Bluebird a lot, like Players Pub, Blockhouse, the whole circuit down there, and then that kind of stopped. And Zane and I guess the origin of Moonmen was both of us started listening to a lot of jazz. There's a group called Yusef Kamal. If you have not heard of Yusef Kamal, listen to Yusef Kamal. And it's just like piano and drum-led jazz groups. And we started making our own stuff, and we were like, this is good, but we need something else.
Well, and it was really interesting on my side, real quick, just because it's very rare that you kind of come into a project and these two were tighter and more. They communicate more than most players I've ever played with, and that was really refreshing to be able to come into something that was. The backbone was as solid as a rock. So for me, that was one of the greatest thrills.
Sometimes we even finish each other's
Lives.
Lives. So do you, when you're starting out on one of these tunes, it's kind of an interesting genre that you're playing in for where the music might come
What
from.
genre might that be, Joe Shelton?
I don't know
Don't label me.
I don't know how to mark it up with a genre really.
That's fair.
Is it a drum beat that takes you in there? It's really jazz. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's kind of a
everything
jazz
else.
fusion.
I guess it
kind of thing.
normally, I guess you call it jazz fusion funk.
It kind of depends though on each song. Like
Yeah.
there's been like maybe one song I think it started with a drum beat, but most of it comes from Vinny just having an idea.
Just like chords, and like we'll just communicate a lot, and I'll just play it. Like we're working on one right now where like the way we're even talking about it is like I'll do a chord progression, and Zane will start doing something, and then we'll like communicate in a way that Seach was talking about the other night, where it's like you get people that have played long enough, and you're like, and they're like, yeah, like, and you're like, no,
It's not really.
and you're like, yeah. So it kind of like starts like that, and then like Seach said, we get kind of a backbone of it between us two. We normally send it to Seach in a file, and we're just like, go be Seach. And
Well,
then we'll get.
one of the things that I bonded with Vinny, Zane, like I said, and I'll say it till the day I
With
die,
me,
Zane.
not
I'm
you.
not gonna ever, but Zane is one of the greatest drummers I've ever met. But the thing that I bonded with Vinny with was he's a big fan of chords, and I know that sounds weird, but what I mean by that is Vinny looks at chords the way I do, which is not in a normal way, which is jazz, of course. But I love how Vinny approaches a progression. and what it does is it just opens up this vista of possibilities. And not a lot of keyboard players do that. Keyboard players are so used to keeping the bottom or keeping the song together, and Vinny just goes. So yeah, we bonded over chords.
Take that. That's cool.
So, what songs are you going to perform for us? Hold on, wait a minute. I forgot a second. We have a man here, and he may not just be a man. He may be some
One
kind
of them wolfmen?
some kind of extra being.
Cyborg.
Oh.
Yeah. And the thing is that he is the world's greatest trivia player. He's proved that over several episodes of Moonshine and Music.
Did you bring Alex Trebek?
And then he came to us as the Moonshine Guru, and he gave us enlightenment
What's up, Darborough? How you doing, baby?
with the world's problems. And today he comes in as the Moonshine Psychic,
Hell yeah.
Brent Lee Smith.
Hey, Brentley Smith.
So, did you bring your crystal ball today? What's the...
No, I forgot it. Which way? I'm singing something else. Seems that one of you is also forgetful. That's something precious.
I'd let you know if I was, but yeah.
Maybe some sort of hunting instrument.
Oh,
Yeah, you're getting close. Warmer.
fair,
That's all I'm
fair,
getting so far. I
Care
don't want to
Bear,
reach.
Minnesota.
I know.
Milwaukee.
I don't... What's this got to do with the future?
Them playing later.
We fixed it though.
They're going to play?
I believe so. Yeah, I think you guys are some kind of artists.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you guys see like crayons and microphones.
More of a pastel guy myself.
Okay.
I finger paint.
Did you get consent?
Wham!
Don't answer. I already know.
I think I picked your mic again for the third now.
Do you guys have any questions? Did you like to know about the future or life in general?
What's up, Siege?
So I've been plagued with a Macedonian she-hag witch curse, and could you tell me if I'm going to get rid of that, because it's obstructing my jive.
A Macedonian she-hag witch curse.
That's, I mean, pretty common these days.
Yeah, right?
Yes, actually, the curse will be lifted 3 seconds before you die.
3 seconds of peace without a she-hag, I'll take it, baby.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us. The Moonshine Psychic
Thank you, Joe Shelton.
and stand-up comedian Brent Lee Smith.
Yeah.
He's also our stunt double. Did you guys know that?
You know, I throw him out a window?
Hey, man, you wouldn't believe how good he stunt doubles for me.
Really?
Yes. It takes two of them to equal me. So,
CGI,
you know,
baby.
yeah, there's a lot of special effects going on.
Thanks for having us on, Jeff.
So, what are the two songs we're going to hear today? We got
We got a song called Eagle, which is kind of like funky, riffy, like if the Doors were better. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Just that- I like the
So
Doors.
why did we
Yeah,
why
kinda
did we name
Doorsy.
it The Eagle? I know it's an instrumental song, and I think you guys have it out on
Yeah, that was our
Spotify and
most
such.
recent single. It actually just went on streaming services, Eagle by Moonmen. And, well, it was kind of like, honestly, the dumb reason why it's called Eagle is because the first note's a D minor.
Yeah.
And Zane and I used to play Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller Band, and the first note was a D minor. So we were just like, Eagle.
When I came down to the practice space, all the songs were named like, one was called like Organ something.
Yeah.
And it was because it had an organ. I was like, fellas, we need to chit chat about it.
There were some bad names, to be honest.
And what's the other tune called?
The other tune is called Function 47.
What?
Oh yeah. And it used to be called 7/4 because it's in 7/4.
7/4. See what I had to deal with.
7/4, and then we were in the studio and we were like, yeah, we should come up with a name, shouldn't we?
Most of the names were decided on 2 minutes before mastering.
Yeah. So
I
Function
see.
47, you kind of switch the 7/4 around. It's a little funky, a little different. So secretly a bad name, but no one knows that, so it's fine.
Secretly.
Yeah. I hope this doesn't get aired.
Hey, Kazaro, everybody.
We've given away all your secrets, bro.
Dang it.
I mean, you know, what else do you guys have going? I mean, you know, out there in the world, you guys got
An
like,
EP is about to drop.
the EP is going to drop what
Dropping
day?
our EP tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow.
It's
So
gonna be
today
like,
is July 28th. So
yeah,
you're going to drop
it'll
it
be-
July 29th.
Yep.
Monday.
Called Failed Transmission.
So it'll be out by the time that this airs.
Yeah,
so
right?
When you guys go
is
out
it
there
airing
and
tomorrow?
find the Moonmen EP. No, this isn't airing tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're a couple weeks. We have post-production. See,
I understand the EP will be when the thing and the droid.
the EP will be out there though by the time this drops out there on the internet. So, do you guys plan on playing any shows? You guys gonna do some live touring?
This will probably be happening. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what's up?
We're about 3 or 4 weeks away from this
Getting
air.
too
So-
serious and now.
Our first full gig is August 3rd in Newcastle, but our first full gig in Indy is going to be September 11th, which was a weird way to get our first debut show in.
Yeah. What could go wrong on
9/11?
Yeah, Moonmen on 9/11. Don't forget that.
Moonmen on
And-
9/11. Wow.
Yeah, pretty weird. I remember
Security will be tight at the show.
Conspiracies abound.
we booked that, and
Shoe
he was
pockets
like, "How does 9/11 sound?" My
sounds
first sentence.
terrible.
Yeah,
Well, how do you respond?
My-
I love 9/11.
my first sentence back was 9/11 is great for us. Parentheses. This is really weird to type, but also we can do that. So that's our first indie show. So
All right, what place is it going to be?
we're gonna be at State Street Pub.
The SSP.
S-
One of the greatest
SSP.
places to get your music freak on.
Fringe culture, baby. Gotta love
All right, man. September 11th at the Stage Street Pub. Right now, we're going to go to them on stage. The
Yeah.
Moonmen live on Moonshine and Music.
Hey, Moonshine.
Thanks for being with us,
Of course,
guys.
thanks, Joe. Appreciate you, man. Thanks, Joe. With the left-hand handshake.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's a multifaceted shaker.
Multi. So this is one. This is one that's gonna be a little hard to bob your head on. Don't shush me. We're Moonmen, and this is a weird song. Tell me if you want me, if you need me around. I don't have much patience, time's a wasting. I'm leaving town. Yes, I will. Hey, thanks. Now we're gonna play a song you have not heard before.
It's called Cardinal.
It's called Vulture.
Oh, like Spidey Man.
Like Spider-Man's most sympathetic villain in the MCU. He's just trying to help his family, man.
Do what? I'm dude. The villain's a villain, like Joe Shelton.
thanks. That's it.
Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Notlehs Entertainment. Copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Our producer is Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. On cameras and all sorts of other stuff, Bailey Shelton. And our staff guru is Brent Schlemmer. Join us each Sunday for more episodes of Moonshine and Music.